Hi, my name is Ben Foote. I've made the commitment to be mayor of Ottumwa, Iowa, and we're going through various topics. Some of the vision that I have, we've been talking about the identity of Ottumwa and what that really means. And really, some of the issues that we have here in Ottumwa come down to what I would call a three-prong problem: housing, business, and childcare. And so we're going to tackle some of those, and then we're going to also talk about other topics. So be looking for more of these videos throughout the campaign, and that way you'll just get to know where I stand, the vision that I have for Ottumwa, and really, I think together we can start this conversation of, man, Ottumwa is a great place. We want to see it to grow. The potential is all there, ready to go. We just need to step into what's there. And so today we're talking about business development, specifically in the downtown area. Um, Main Street housing right now has really improved greatly. If you haven't been downtown or on Main Street for a while, go ahead and check it out. But there is so many different housing units that have come in to Ottumwa, specifically on Main Street itself. In fact, I happen to live in one of them. And it's opened up a lot of new opportunities for businesses on the street level. And we have several new businesses that are just thriving on Main Street, but they're not all full. There's many existing buildings that are still left empty, and some of the businesses uh, that have tried to come in just have not seen success, and then they've had to close. Um, and then there are other times where businesses that previously were successful downtown, well, no, that type of business no longer works in downtown buildings. So there's a certain twist or a certain way that we need to develop this business on Main Street. And there's been a lot of great work that's going on there through Main Street Ottumwa. Legacy has been foundational in the things that are happening on Main Street with the business development there. Um, the problem is the empty buildings. See, less business means that we have a lack of daily traffic, and that just doesn't bring growth downtown. So, really, I think the first thing we need to look at is how do we increase daily activity on Main Street? I think first, what we do is we can encourage the businesses that are coming downtown to be businesses that support the residents. Laundry, grocery, gas stations, those are all things that would support the residents that are living downtown. We have a laundromat downtown. It is extremely successful. It does a great job. We had a meat market grocery store downtown. Unfortunately, it was burnt in a fire, and we're expectantly looking for that to come back and be rebuilt. But more of that sort of thing would be such a big help for Main Street and for downtown. And then gas station or fuel, trying to get that somewhere close to downtown would be extremely helpful. And I know that there's limited availability to that, but we do have some gas stations that border Main Street. But just further development in that area, I think, would be a huge help. On the other side of that, I think if we can start to incentivize certain types of businesses that bring a steady daily employees to downtown would be extremely helpful. In fact, I think that would set up a solid foundation for more business growth downtown. What type are those? That would be like professional offices, or say accounting or attorney, financial management, even healthcare, just any sort of professional consulting business would bring daily activity downtown so that they would have employees there Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And it's those office employees then that bring a steady flow of traffic downtown on a daily basis. And then those employees then bring regular patrons to the restaurants, the coffee shops, the retail, the other type of businesses then that would be downtown. And then that daily activity, as I said, just sets up a solid foundation. So then you can start to build in the evening and weekend type businesses, more of the restaurant and more of the entertainment type businesses. But those would be built on the foundation of daily activity first. And as you build and expand on the evening and weekend activities with the restaurants and entertainment, It's extremely important to improve parking so that there's ample parking for the residents that are there as well. See, the residents take up so many parking spots and they need to be able to get to their homes. At the same time, when they are in their homes and they are parking, that's less parking for the weekend and evening activities and the restaurants and the entertainment venues. And so improved parking throughout Main Street would is extremely important if we're going to see this whole downtown really thrive in the way that it's supposed to do. And in that, I would also explore ways for noise reduction for the residents. Um, Honestly, some evening and weekend venues aren't real quiet, and more activity brings more noise. And when you have people living in the midst of that, we need to be aware of that and then do whatever we can to reduce the noise level for the residents in downtown. Um, but most of all, I think it's just expanding that Main Street experience that as it continues to develop and grow, let's not just hold it into Main Street. We can expand it and continue to expand it. Yes, on Second Street, and we've already started to see that. But what about crossing the river and expanding it to Church Street and bringing the whole downtown as a holistic development into what we're doing? And I know the city is already working. There's comprehensive plan to do that sort of thing. We just need to be aware of what's going on, and we need to step into it in a way that we all are invested in the growth and the potential of our city. And the key to all of this stuff is we need to nurture and improve business partnerships that are available to us here as business owners. We need to improve business involvement with the Greater Ottumwa Partners in Progress organization, used to be called Chamber. We need to develop a greater relationship with the Indian Hills Community College Regional Entrepreneurship Center. That's a mouthful, but they are amazing people that will help any business wanting to develop and to grow here in Ottumwa. And along with that, they partner with the Iowa Small Business Development Center, another amazing group of people that help small businesses develop throughout our state so that we can see our city be a thriving city, a growing city. So, most of all, we're trying to raise awareness of all these resources that are available for businesses so we can see the downtown, the Main Street, the expansion of Main Street continue to grow and develop in a vision that is thriving and shows the full growth and potential of Ottumwa. That's my ideas of Main Street. And a lot of these things are already in place. We just need to come together as a community and get behind it. And when we're behind it, nothing is going to be able to stop it. How do we do that? Well, we put our best foot forward and we take it one step at a time.